Greetings, preppies. This is Candace Lodre with your Power Prep Minutes video on the topic staying encouraged. Whew, I know this week I definitely needed it because I was personally going through my own challenges, and I needed those tips that I was given throughout this week to help me out because it was a rough week. So I hope that it was definitely beneficial for you as well. But we're going to do a little recap of the things that I discussed during this week on staying encouraged. Number one, the first tip that I want to give is to stay productive. It's so easy to get consumed in all of our negative energy and our negative thoughts when we are idle. So you want to make sure that you stay busy, that you stay productive, because then at least you can remind yourself that, hey, at least I'm working towards this goal. At least I'm pushing through this situation and I'm doing something instead of sitting around and waiting for something to happen. So you want to stay productive. Number two is to remember your victories, remember your triumphs, remember your accomplishments, because those are the things that help motivate you to keep pushing and keep going. One of the suggestions that I gave was to write 3 things down on a piece of paper that you're proud of, that you've accomplished in your past or your present. And when you get into that moment where you just going down a rabbit hole and you're like, oh my gosh, I'm never going to get out this circumstance. I keep experiencing the same craziness and drama, or, I'm tired of being my mistake or everybody looking at me as my mistake. Pull out that piece of paper and look at those accomplishments that you've done. And you can say, hey, I've done some great things in my past. And so now I know I have the capability of doing it in my present and in my future. And lastly, the last tip that I would give would be build your support system. I call it your own cheerleading squad. Sometimes we need that because, unfortunately, even though a lot of us think that we're superwoman and superman, we can't handle a lot of the issues and problems just on our own. So if you can, or if you have the ability to, call on God, call on that family member, call on that friend, call on that pastor, call on whoever you know that will give you that push to keep moving and keep pushing and keep going. And that will definitely help you to stay encouraged and keep fighting the good fight. So I hope those were beneficial tips for you all. Like I said, I know I needed it this week, so I hope that it was helpful to you all this week as well. And I want to thank you guys for bearing with y'all life coach, because I know these past few weeks I've been looking a little rough. So thank you for paying attention to the content instead of the way I look, because yeah, it's been a little rough for y'all life coach. So y'all pray for me. But other than that, definitely look for life preparations on social media outlets, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and we're reaching out to other outlets as well. So they will be coming. And invite your friends and family to the pages so they can get this content too. It's all about a positive movement. We want to make sure that people are getting some positive content in their feed instead of all of this negative nonsense. So look forward to seeing you guys next week, and have an awesome and amazing productive weekend. See you soon.